In the heart of the ancient forest of Eldergreen, where the trees reached the sky and the creatures of the wild thrived in harmony, a powerful force of nature was awakened. This force wasn't just a creature of the woods, it was a protector, a warrior born from the very essence of the earth itself. This being was known as the guardian of the forest, a hero with one mission: to protect the balance of life and nature from those who sought to destroy it. Centuries ago, the forest of Eldergreen was a peaceful sanctuary, untouched by the corruption of human greed. The animals lived in harmony, and the trees, some of them thousands of years old, whispered ancient wisdom. At the heart of the forest was the spirit tree, the oldest and most sacred tree, which held the essence of life for the entire forest. It was said that if the spirit tree ever died, the forest and all its creatures would perish. One day, a ruthless corporation known as Ironclad Industries set its sights on Eldergreen. They sought to cut down the forest for its rare and valuable timber, oblivious to the spiritual significance of the land. Armed with machines and greed, they began their invasion, cutting through trees and scaring off the animals. In the forest's hour of need, the spirit tree called upon its ancient power, releasing a guardian to defend the land. From the roots of the tree and the elements of nature itself, the guardian of the forest was born. His body was composed of intertwined vines, bark, and stone, with glowing green eyes that radiated the life force of the forest. Standing tall with immense strength, he was nature's answer to the threat posed by humanity. The guardian had no name before this, but those who encountered him would come to know him as Silvanus, a name that meant of the woods. Silvanus was no ordinary protector. His connection to the forest granted him incredible powers. He could control the very earth beneath him, summoning trees and vines to ensnare enemies or create barriers. He could communicate with animals, calling upon wolves, birds, and even bears to aid him in battle. His skin was as tough as the oldest oak tree, making him nearly impervious to harm, and he could heal wounds by drawing strength from the forest. But perhaps his most unique ability was his connection to the spirit tree. Through it, he could sense any disturbance in the natural world, and he could teleport through the forest by melding with the trees, allowing him to be anywhere at any time. Ironclad Industries wasted no time in pushing deeper into Eldergreen. Their machines roared as they leveled large swaths of trees, and their workers disregarded the cries of the animals and the magic that lingered in the air. They were led by a ruthless CEO named Victor Steele, a man who saw nature as nothing more than a resource to be exploited. One night, as the workers set up camp deep within the forest, they began to feel an unsettling presence. The wind howled through the trees, and the ground trembled beneath their feet. Without warning, vines erupted from the earth, wrapping around the machines and crushing them with ease. Out of the shadows stepped Silvanus, his glowing green eyes piercing through the darkness. "This land does not belong to you," Silvanus said in a voice that echoed like the rustling of leaves. "You will leave, or you will face the wrath of the forest." The workers, terrified, fled back to Victor Steele, but the CEO was not deterred. He ordered his men to continue their work, believing no mere creature could stand in the way of progress. But Silvanus was no mere creature. He was the forest incarnate, and he would not allow the destruction to continue.